greetings. We are in the lab. We're in the lab. This is Ron Tell that. We said share to everyone. And we have them here with us. We have them here with us. You all are mute. Let me do this right here. Yes, all right. Y'all are unmuted now. So before y'all are muted, we have some special guests joining us, and we are glad to have them. Now, let's do this. All right, Mr. Producer, we need you to unmute them because I'm trying to unmute them. All right. So y'all unmuted. So y'all straight right now. Y'all straight.
Yeah.
All right. Glad to have y'all. So this is the deal. This is Ron Tell that. This is the angel, Jamal Toure. And we have with us this evening. I'll ask this question. Y'all not driving, are you?
No, we can't.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure because I won't have no issue. And we tell everybody out there checking out the show. We say share. And we have some folks. And who are you all? So the people can know.
My name is Abioye Phoenix.
All right.
And I'm Zuri Sinat.
All right. And guess what? This is Ron Tell that. So I got asked the question. Now we like saying, who are you? Who are you? It's for you not to elaborate as who you are. So we're going to just go and start with, because, Abioye, he went first. So we're going to Zuri. Bam. Who are you?
I am a nail tech. I am a healer. I do sound healing. I also do artist. I'm an artist as well, painter. And I holistic fire.
Okay. Brother Abioye, who are you?
I am a massage therapist. I am a spiritual consultant. And I'm a teacher of what I like to say, consciousness. We from Toledo, Ohio. We've been in Savannah for about 4 months now.
All right. And Sister Magdalene, glad to have you checking it out. Reverend Betty Jones, glad to have you all. And we said everyone share. So now we come to this right here. Who your people? So now I gotta share this with y'all. If y'all didn't understand how we do it in the Black community, when we say who your people, it's about your family, who you connected to, because we tell folks. Oh, okay. All right, y'all back. We tell folks this because you know what the deal is. Some people, and I hit them with this right here, because they so far out of the way, they done got their minds all trained that, again, when we saying this, is like, who your people, who your family? Because again, what we find out, even the person I had on the show last week, when I had to elaborate with him, he now began talking and found out we're cousins, we're related. That's what it is. So that's why I'm like saying. So now you ask the questions. Now it's really I got to preface that for everybody right now, because some of us, because we so disconnected that we don't understand. So who your people, Brother Abioye? Who your people?
On my side of the family, their last names are Hills, and it comes from like I said, we were born in Toledo, Ohio, but if I'm not mistaken, they come from like the Indiana southern states. I can't remember all exactly, but then my dad's side, last names are Phoenix. So I still haven't learned about that side of my family and where my family come from. But yeah, Phoenix is and Hill.
Okay, all right. Sister Zuri, who your people?
And my people are the Joneses, keeping up with Jones. Also, family is out of the Birmingham, Alabama area.
Okay.
And the rest of my people are from Toledo. Yeah.
All right. So now we move to this right here. Who inspires you? Sister Zuri, who inspires you? Or it could be several people who inspires you. Who inspires you? And it can also be what inspires you.
Mm-hmm. I will go with what inspires me. I'm very inspired by art and meeting other Black artists, and just people who are spiritually tapped in. They inspire me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Brother Abioye, who inspires you or what inspires you?
I inspire people who like to see other people connect to the God that's within them. So almost anybody who would teach that type of method where people can actually gain a true establishment with themselves and a connection with themselves, I'm inspired by those types of people. And what inspired me is, like I said, seeing people connect to the God in them and being able to, what we say, connect to our higher self and being able to be better people and connect more, love each other more, those types of things.
Okay. And so now what has happened, Reverend Betty Jones, she's going to say, you need to check into the Hill family from the Statesboro area, the Hill family from the Statesboro area. She said Squire and Mary Hill. So see, that's what happened. So they like saying, hey, there might be some connections and ties here. So just throw that on out there.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Right on. All right, cool.
So again, that's how we roll. That's why we throw it out there, because you might find these ties. Sometimes they think there ain't no connection, no ties. The ties be right there. The ties that bind.
Yeah.
So now we come with this right here, and this is what song or songs inspires you. What songs give you that? What songs that bring it to you? That hits you. That when you hear, it could be one, it could be several. So we want you to throw that out there. And so, Brother Abioye, what song or songs give you that?
What songs give me that? I used to do music, and I'm like, now I'm kind of particular on what I like to listen to, but music that's food for the soul. If it's speaking to your righteousness, if it's speaking to truth and power, if it's speaking to empowerment, if it's speaking to unity, things like that. That's the type of music that inspire me. Music that make you feel good, that make you want to dance, that make people smile, people want to connect. I like music like that. As far as the songs, man, I have a lot of songs. It's so many, like not one just popping up right off back. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can just throw it out there. That's what it's about. Because see, somebody checking out the show, they'd be like, I need to check into that. I need to look at it. So that's what again. It's that seed. You can see you're not planting the seed with some folks. So if anything, right, you want to throw it out there, say, hey.
Yeah, let me see, man. We got some new artist Masego. He getting a lot of attraction lately. A lot of his music is really vibe, really chill.
Alina
Perez. A lot of new school neo soul artists.
Excuse me for a second. Zura, it ain't your time yet. I know y'all a couple, but it ain't your time. This is we talking about him right now. So okay. Go ahead, my brother, since you was being so rude.
Let me see. Man. It's good inspirational people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Whatever give you that uplift when you hit like bam. Anybody like yeah.
Yeah. Man, like I said, some months ago, brother named Manny Wells, he got a good song. Cleo Soul, she got some good music. What's the Alex Isley? She got some good music. The brother Sir, he got some good music. I'm trying to think of a good song though that'll do it. Something we've been listening to lately. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. That was a nice one. A song called So Good by a brother named Manny Wells. That was a nice song. Silk Sonic.
Okay.
That's Bruno Mars and what's the other brother name? Anderson .Paak. They a group.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their music got like a lot of old school type of vibes to it. So I like that type of stuff too.
All right. Okay. All right. So again, we now move on. And Sister Erica Taylor, glad to have you checking us out. And we said everyone else share. This is Run Tell That. And Sister Zuri, it's your opportunity right now. And you can feed on, you can add on to what go. You got the flow right now.
Okay. You crack me up.
That's how we do.
So for me, the first things that popped in my head first is the old school. Shout out to my dad for putting us on to all of the old school legends and albums. I say, like, I love to listen to the Manhattans. I love to listen to the Spinners. I love the Dramatics and Stevie Wonder
Okay.
and the Luther. Let me see. Al Green, definitely. Donny Hathaway, just to name a few. And then definitely there's like the neo soul, like Erica Badu, and there's some new artists too. I think you named a few of them for real that I was thinking about. But yeah, just soulful music that make you feel good. I definitely love a nice love song. So yeah, and
Okay.
jazz.
Okay.
Shout out to Davis, Miles Davis, John Coltrane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So now, so y'all come from Toledo. Y'all come from the Mud Hen area. Mud Hens. You know the Mud Hens up right there. You know Toledo side, and so y'all have come down here. What brought y'all down here, Sister Zuri? What brought y'all down here?
So we were planning for about 2 years to just leave, but we didn't know exactly where. But we did know that we wanted to be in the sun because it's really cold up north, and we live on an RV, and we didn't want to be in the cold with thin walls. RVing is more like an out in nature type of thing, and when the winter came, it was not fun. So our dream was to just get away from the cold, and we were going to go to Florida, but maybe like a week before we left home, the mindset started to switch to let's see what Savannah is looking like. I know I wanted to see what this place was about. I only heard of it one time. I remember saying I didn't really like Georgia because I thought Atlanta was a little busy, but then somebody stopped me when I said it, like, Atlanta is not the only place in Georgia. Like, you can't just cross the whole Georgia out. And they said, you know, try Savannah. You like it. It's nature there and all that. And I'm like, it popped back in my head. And I said, let me wonder what Savannah looked like. And we came here and we felt the energy out here. And we've been here ever since, and just want to get locked in here.
Okay. And Brother Abia, what else do you want to add on to that? What's some of your thoughts with regards to that? Your sojourn here to the port city, to the seaport, the mother city of Georgia, the first planned city in the United States.
Wow. Okay, right on.
Amazing.
Man, I think I would have to say it's because, like she said, we do stay on the RV, and the weather there is typically not necessarily for RVing, but I think primarily it's because what we were offering in Toledo, Ohio, once me and her met, what we tried to offer was it was slow to a lot of people, being that we were offering, you know, meditations. We were doing meditations. We would invite people over for bonfires, cook vegan food, try to teach them about the chakras, and, you know, singing bowls, sound healing, trying to get them to be better in tune with themselves. But the city we come from, Toledo, it was a bit slow to the awakening process. So the more we started to try to offer those types of services and events, people weren't as open-minded to it as they made it seem. So we then figured out, like, okay, well, let's find somewhere where the environment is more suitable for what we are trying to offer. And yeah, like she said, I was just going with the flow. We planned on moving, and she mentioned Savannah, and I was like, hey, you know, I lived in Georgia before. Let's do it. I like Georgia, and I've never been here to Savannah, Georgia, but like she said, since we've been here, we've been liking it, and it's been welcoming and accommodating to what we feel like we have to offer.
Okay. All right. We're gonna come back because of something that you said, brother, that I want to throw out, and we're gonna have a slight conversation about that and get your thoughts with regards to that. But we're gonna go to a commercial right now. Sister Deidre Murray, glad to have you joining us again, as always, with great supporters. We got them in the house with us. Ron, tell that we're gonna go to Mr. Producer. We're gonna go to this commercial, then come right back. Again, we are back. This is Ron Telvad. This is, again, our special guest tonight. We got Sister Zuri, Brother Abioye, who are just come down here. They're making some things happen. And we're going to get into transcendental healing spa. We're going to get into that. But it's something that you had said, brother, that when you said it in Toledo, Ohio, saying what you all were offering, because we're going to get into what y'all, each one of you, what you're offering, what you're doing, the tandem, the team that y'all have, that it was somewhat slow. And see, people generally tend to think that when you're coming to Toledo, large city, in northern, Midwestern city, so people tend to think that, you know, folks there got the awareness, got the consciousness, they got the vibe, they got the feeling, all that. I always see you shake your head, you're doing just like that. And that is I say that is the image that is put out there. So when they come to a place like Savannah, or they come to a place like Riceboro, they come to a place like Brunswick, they come to a place like Valdosta. So then people come with these notions that they're far surpass us with regards to the understanding. And so when you said that, I was like, yo, some of us need to be clicking into this right now. And so when we're in our environments, that proximity bias causes us not to embrace our greatness. It causes us not to understand, like, yo, we are doing some things here. So I want you to go and elaborate any thoughts with regards to that, because again, I wanted to talk about that. Then we're gonna get into transcendental healing spa.
Right on. Yeah. Man. It's a couple places in Toledo that, and I say this with very few places in mind, that attempted the same thing. But again, I know it's a lot of other Toledos and other cities, but when in Toledo, Ohio, if anybody been there and they came here thinking that they were surpassed anybody else, then that had to be ego there, because Toledo is pretty small as well.
Yeah.
But again, like, there is, we right next to Detroit, Michigan. So Detroit, Michigan is more popular in the sense of nationwide. So a lot of people know about Detroit, Michigan. Toledo tended to have, a lot of times if something was trending in Detroit, they would tend to pick up on it.
Okay.
So I use that as an analogy to say that, again, it is pretty slow, but she might have more to say, because you had a lot of female clients, but even with a lot of female clients, a lot of times they would tend to speak on their partners or their other relationships that they know could be a good example. But again, if only one person is in it and the other person is not, then that's a struggle there.
Yeah, because our aim is more for couples.
Yeah.
Anything, like couples, and bringing communities together, and not just like singling out one person, like, oh, this is for the ladies, or this is a man's event. Like, this is for the collective, and for us to know how to coexist together.
And not just doing it for the money either.
Yep, we were doing our events for free, and still we couldn't get a lot of people to come to them.
Hold up. Don't say that, because Julius Hall is going to do something. Our producer, the president of the company, he's going to try to do something with y'all, because he's going to like, Jamal, they could do something. So, oh my God. Rewind, but go ahead, continue.
It was one more thing I wanted to say. Man, it was just in my head. What was it about?
About the events? Or like
No, okay. Toledo people. People in Toledo will also say that their observation of Toledo is that it's a follower mindset. So a lot of times, like when I used to do music, what we noticed was too many people wanted to support people who are already made it or people who wasn't from Toledo. So when it came to our own talent within the city, you had a lot of people in the city who would say Toledo is a really talented place, but they don't support their own. So a lot of times I would often hear people say that they're making the observation that a lot of people in the city don't support you unless you already have some type of notoriety, some type of status, popular to some degree. So I would just leave it at that.
Yeah, it was one of those cities, like a big high school at some point.
and in actuality, you all are parroting the same thing that I go and say, and we share people to get people to understand that the same thing is to become the same dynamics in Savannah. Clay Hodges talked about some of this, that again, and I share with Clay, say if you want us to have positive music to do great things with regards to, the art form, then you guys support us. And if you don't support us, and that's the thing I threw out there about that proximity bias. So what y'all are hearing on Run Tell That, again, I did not tell them this. They get expressed it, and y'all just got it from them. So that's why I say we don't be off our mark when we're not saying some of this right here. And so, Sister Natalie Leggett, glad to have you join us. So we're not going to get into it. And so initially, when y'all came on, Bernard White made it, put it out there. There was some reverb, but see, Bernard White, we ain't have fully got into it. That's why we getting into it right now. We want to at least set some of it up right now. We're not going to get into what you all do. And that, again, what each one of you do, because each one of you got a niche, but then also you bring together and the projects that you all got going on. And so we're going to get into Transcendental Healing Spa. Sister Zuri, what is that? What is that?
I think we should start with Avi, because I was going to say...
Okay, Avi, go ahead, Avi, go. But
yeah, it's his business, and I'm just joining.
I just do my order like that, but just go ahead. Go ahead. This is what they do. Everybody, go ahead, because you got an element to you also. But go ahead, Avi. Go ahead.
The idea behind the Transcendental Healing Spa was, again, we are on an RV, and most of our services we do at home in our space. So the idea of Transcendental Healing Spa is it's a mobile spa that you can come to and feel like you're getting away from something, whether if that's getting away to relax, getting away to connect with yourself, getting away to vacation. The idea behind it was that people can come to our space and feel like they went to a space outside of where they were at. Okay. And the purpose of it, the reason why we chose Transcendental Healing Spa as the name, is because in the spa setting, the purpose of a spa is to heal, but how we don't just want you to heal. We want you to heal and transcend, and not transcend like pass away or nothing, but to transcend our old ways, to transcend our less or our lower ways and our old ways, our old habits, so we can actually step into that newer self. So an example is back when we were at home in Toledo, when we would have people come for a service, somebody may come and get their nails done. They may get a massage by me, or sometimes we'll combine the service. Yeah. And a lot of the times they wasn't just getting a service. We were talking about masculine and feminine energy, childhood traumas. We were talking about your chakras, your habits, your perspective on life. It was so many things that we would talk about, to where 80% of the time people walked in and said, yeah, this feels amazing. It didn't feel like they were in Toledo, but almost 95% of the time when people left, I don't want to leave. It feels so great in here. I feel like I was able to release so much. Y'all helped me so much. I was able to gain so much perspective. So the idea again behind Transcendental Healing Spa was to create a type of healing space where it's not just based on healing. It's also the aspect of knowing thyself and being able to connect with thyself and actually stepping into that, using healing as the first stepping stones. So again, Transcendental Healing Spa, we have that, we offer that to you. And then while you're healing, you're stepping into your higher self at the same time.
Okay. So how can someone get in touch with you if they want to get your services?
I have a website. Is transcendentalhealingspa.abmp.com. I also have an Instagram and a Facebook under Abioye Phoenix, or you can reach out to Zuri Sana on her Instagram at Galaxy Zuri Sana.
Zuri Sana. No, so it's Zuri Zuri Sanas. ZURISANAA_ASE.
Right. And then she also has a style seat to where you can book her services as well.
And that one would be under styleseat.com/for Tasha Nails. That's when I first started. Tasha's my birth name.
All right. And so now we come to you. So what are services that you provide? What do you give to the people? What are you touching people with?
So I share my artwork through doing my nail services and also the canvases. And outside of just the art services, as well as sculpturing on the nails and everything, art, I also offer sound healing. That's one of my things. Like the first time I heard a sound bowl, I was like swept in by it. Like, okay, if we can, we can heal by teaching, but we also can heal one another by frequency and vibration. So that is something that I'm very big on, is healing through sound and also healing through herbs and natural holistic medicines.
And so what is a sound bowl? Because I'm saying the person out there checking out the show, just something, general, so they know, okay, what's a sound bowl?
So it's a bowl and it's a crystal. And when you have like your rubber mallet, you spin it around the outside. When you spin it around the bowl picks up a vibration from the inside and it starts to vibrate out to where we can hear it for our natural ear. And each bowl, the shape of each bowl and the meaning behind each one is, so I have 7 of them and they all go through the chakra system, where you have like from your big bowl, the red, where you're grounding, and then going up the chakras. So each one help you release different elements from just clearing different energy circuits in our body.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, why is that needed? Because Zuri threw that out to you first. Why is that needed?
Yeah, for sure. Sound healing is very needed, if you were to ask me, because one thing that we do every day is hear. And sound is affecting us in so many different ways, down to the music. Like the music that they play on the radio nowadays are tuned to a certain frequency, like 440 hertz. Well, 440 hertz is actually it's not harmonic to our system, so it can actually make you sick. So a lot of the tunes that we listen to can actually lower our vibration and then lower our immune system as well. And say like my bowls, they're all set to 432 hertz, which is harmony with nature and the universe, things like that. So it creates healing in the body. So when you take in these tones, it starts to align different things and areas in our body that may need to be cleansed, or say it's a vibrational buildup in your heart area where it's been hard to release and things like that. So when I play my green bowl for the heart, you can actually start to feel a pressure release. You can feel the vibration actually healing you through Yep, just through taking it in through your ear, and it's vibrating throughout the cells in your body.
Okay. And so, Brother Avi, I'm just trying to do a life right now. I'm just trying to do a life. I'm trying to raise my kids. I'm trying to take care of my family. I got bills to pay. I got to pay mortgage. I got to pay rent. I'm not getting allowed on the job. So I like what y'all saying, but like, yo, Black people ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. So what you say to that person who checking out the show right now, and that's what's going through their head? I got all this other stuff going on, like a Julius Hall. That's what Julius Hall would be saying. What would you say to Julius Hall?
I would say, if you think you don't have time, you're lying to yourself. Because I'm a firm believer that God is in us and we are God expressing our godliness through us. So to think that you don't have time for your own healing and connection with self is the biggest lie that you could tell yourself. Not necessarily a lie. I don't want to use that word because that'll come off kind of derogatory and negative. But if a person was to think they don't have the time, then they would need to learn the benefits of why some of these things are so important. Why the sound healing is so important. Why the meditation. Why in the Bible was all these things spoke about to the degree that it was, and why we should actually indulge in those types of things on a day-to-day basis. If a person was to think that they didn't have time for none of that, then essentially what you're saying is that my connection with Source and God doesn't matter. But it does, because everybody who think they don't have time, they want time to live the lives that they want. Yes. They want to be able to do the things that they want to do. They want to be with their loved ones. They want to be creative. They want to have free time. But they feel like they don't have time because they don't have say-so in their life. They got to go to work. They got to pay some bills. They have to give their time away. They have to wake up at a certain time. They're not doing what they want to do. So the whole purpose of everything is to take control of your life, so things can go the way you want it to go. So that way you're not just a victim feeling like I don't have time. You actually gain time. You actually get to take control of how your life is going. You learn the power of your thoughts. You learn the power of you and why you so important and why you being here is so necessary.
And I'll throw this out there. I tell people about this concept. I tell people about each one of us are destined to be here. If you are here, it's already been ordained for you to be here. So you've been destined to be here, which means that you have a purpose. And you have purposes. You have divine purposes in your lives. And so that's what each one of us have, divine purposes in our lives. And so that's what we have to go and fulfill. So you're saying that right there. So you're saying to me that if I want to spar with you all, Transcendental Healing, that you do it mobily? You do it mobile? Avi?
At the moment, but we are figuring out some, because we have been moving around. We how Savannah is with RV, and we've been getting accustomed to it. So we are making ourselves acquainted, but we do have spaces available for us.
We also travel to you. Yeah. So if anybody wanted an in-home service for the people who don't have time, this adds another layer to where, if you can't come out, or if you don't want to go, I don't blame people for not wanting to go to a nail salon. It could be noisy. It could be a lot of gossip. It could be opposite of like that relaxation type of vibe. So we can come to the comfort of your own home and do a travel service, and then take it from there. That's one of my favorite ways too.
Okay. All right. And again, we want y'all to share, Sister Zuri, share how people can reach you and make contact with y'all if they want the service. Sister Zuri.
If you would like to book a service with me, I am best booked on StyleSeat. Matter of fact, I'm still vamping it. I've been all day just going in there and doing my details on my services. So go there to look at, just to see what my price ranges are. And you can find that styleseat.com/Tasha Nails, and that will take you directly to my booking site. So before you book, as of now, because I would say it's still under construction until tonight, just write me. Send me a message. You can write me at 419. Let me make sure I'm saying the right one because it's my business number. You know my business number by heart? It's 419-890-1811. You can always contact me there if you need just instructions. Where am I? If you need help with the site, if you want to know like how to do a deposit, just anything you need to know, you can write me there.
Okay. And Brother Abi, how can someone get in touch with you with regards to the services?
You can send me an email at transcendentalhealingspot@gmail.com. Send me an email with your name and let me know what type of services you would like. I offer massage therapy, I offer chair massage, I offer Reiki, and I also spiritual consultations. So
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget to check out the Instagram. I meant to say that it is Zuri Sana _ Ashe. So ASE at the end. And that's where you will see pictures, videos. You'll get to see our RV on there, the different videos that we make together to inspire other people. Check us out.
All right. So give it to them again, the IG. Give them the IG again.
So, yep, my IG is Zuri Sana _ Ashe. So, and the way I spell Ashe is not with an H. I put ASE. And Zuri, ZURISANAA _ASE.
Because I was going to ask you to spell it for the people because some posts, because then they going to spell it the wrong way. So I was looking for her. The next thing I'd be like, hey, listen, she just put it on out there because somebody else, because my daughter spelled her Zuri, ZHURI,
Exactly.
So
that's what just made me think to spell it too.
Right. That's why I'm like, because they be just straight up. And so this is Rontel that we got Brother Abioye and Sister Zuri. And so Transcendental Healing, they're artists. They moved here. They're here in United City doing mobile services for you all, nail work, also spa work. And we're going to come back then because we're going to go to another commercial. This is Rontel that. And so, Mr. Producer.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, from Magistrate.
And we are back. This is Rontel that. I was like, I was thinking about something else. Rontel that on Our Black Media, And we say support all our advertisers. That is One Price Cleaners located in Garden City in the Farmers Market on Highway 80. In addition, Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Jr. Boulevard. Shepherd's Food and Gas, Shep. Don't ride by, stop by. And Johnson Davis Bozeman Law Firm with offices in Atlanta, Savannah, and Statesboro. We say support them, and you too can advertise with our Black media. We have shows each day of the week. We got over 30 shows right here. You can advertise with us, and glad to be back because we like to celebrate us during this time right here. And so we come back. We got our guests with us. We got Brother Abioye, Sister Zuri, and the people that said, Natalie Leggett said, hey, transcendental. How do you spell your transcendental? So again, so just throw it out there. I remember I talked about Zuri. So Sister Natalie Leggett, when it said, bam, bam, transcendental. We need to know how to spell transcendental. How you spell your transcendental?
Transcendental Healing Spa spelled TRANSCENDENTAL. That's transcendental. Healing, HEALING, and spa, SPA.
All right. And give them the transcendental one more time. So, yes. So.
Transcendental is TRANSCENDENTAL.
All right. So, yes. So we are here again. Run, tell that. We said everyone share, because y'all know we're the Little Brother Show. You know, we're going to be ending at 6:57. You know how they do, you know. But again, we got folks on who are helping us with regards to who we are, tapping the power within. And so I just threw that out there. When you hear tapping the power within, what comes to your mind with regard to tapping the power within? And how can you help with regard to the person tapping the power within? So, Brother Abi.
Tap into the power within. First, a person needs to, I would say first a person needs to become aware of that power by learning what that power looks like and how it can tend to show up and how it can tend to be present with us in our life. So, learning about that first via intuition, the imagination, memory, etc. Learning about it first and then taking the time to make the connection with it.
Okay. All right. And how can you help with regards to that?
Oh, man. We help by teaching you the power of thought, the power of words, the power of the tongue. We help you by learning to become more aware of your intuition and how it was always there. We help you by learning to become, whether if it's clairaudience, clairsentience, the 5 clairs, I don't know all of them, but we help you by learning to spot out in what ways in your life you have already been spiritually tapped in, because we all have it. We just have it in different ways. So sometimes we may be naturally tapped in, but may not know that that's a gift. So like I said, power thought, words, meditation, learning how to connect with energy, the spirits, the ancestors.
Okay. All right. Sister Zuri.
I just want to add, because he said some stuff. He said a lot of stuff I would have said, but I also want to add a different component.
All right.
Helping us as a people to tap into our masculine and feminine energies, and not them as just a gender, but how they actually play out in an energy form, so that we can make harmony with the both within and within one another as well. So definitely can help one another tap in through relation and connectivity with one another. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And again, in your role with regards to getting that, because I gotta say this right here. Some of y'all talking about chakras and other things like that. I don't know what a chakra is, and that seemed to be something foreign to me. And I wasn't raised like that. And so why y'all talking about this stuff? You know, because I get a little concerned about that. You know, I get a little concerned about it because I'm not trying to do anything that's going to lead me down the wrong path, and I don't want something in my head that might take me down the wrong path. So
we totally understand that. So chakras is really just like energy centers within the body. So that's why I see why you said to learn too, because I was heavy on that too. I was born in a Christian household, so I didn't want to get into something that felt super taboo, but the knowledge is what helped me bridge my gaps. Is, the more I learned, like me and him, we learn a lot about neuroscience and stuff like that, and how the brain works, how like how I said, the chakras are energy centers, and that's something as well that you can learn with like the tail systems and all that stuff.
You learn about the chakras in the Buddhist tradition, in the Hindu tradition. Oftentimes when people get into yoga, they learn about the chakras. The chakras are spoken about in the Bible as well, but I think they're spoken about in the terms of the 7 seals. But ultimately, like she said, a chakra is a center of energy that is just based on certain spots down the spine that governs a certain region of the body. So like a lot of times if people who have thyroid issues, that's connected to your throat chakra. So a lot of times people will say that your throat chakra can tend to be blocked blocked if a person is too shy. They don't want to speak up for themselves. They don't want to just let themselves be known or be heard. And you get the type of person whose throat chakra is overactive when the person is always talking, always wants to just talk. They never take a break from talking, and like never really taking the time to just like chill in that area. So a lot of times what will happen is some of those people who the energy could be blocked, it may tend to manifest itself in the form of a thyroid issue, or for the heart center, that may tend to show up as heart cancer, lung disease. These things just basically give us a idea of where the region of the body is affected and what is going on. So we can this is basically just a term for us to better understand a concept or a function to a deeper degree, so we can better learn how to work with it.
Yep. And also, if you ever heard of reflexology as well, like that's another thing. I wouldn't directly put chakras with it, but it's popping in my mind because I can take someone's foot and I can press on the tip of their toes, and automatically it's hitting the crown area or region of the
meridians.
Yep.
The
So it's different meridians and stuff. So it's just like that. It's just like the different portions of the body, like you said, where it's different energy zones there.
Think of a chakra system. We all heard of the Bermuda Triangle. There's a lot of intense energy in that one spot. Think of a chakra system as that. You have particular spaces in the body where there is just a bunch of energy.
I'm frozen because you ain't about to gonna throw something out there like that. He threw something out. Y'all had heard him. He threw it out there and he just kept going on. She kept going. So you said chakras akin to the 7 seals when you talk about the Bible. So you need to help somebody with regard to that, because somebody checking it out. Just you being said to elaborate fully, but at least give them some basis, some foundation, so that way they help make that connection. He's just gonna throw it out there, and some of y'all just like this. I want to hear more about that.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead.
My bad. But so like you got the analogy. There is the idea of like astrology and astronomy, where the planetary bodies and stuff coincide with our human vessel. So you have a study of a school of thought where people believe that the Bible is referring to things and functions inside of the human body. So some people I've heard people mention that the stairway to heaven, the 33 steps to heaven, is correlated to the 33 vertebrae in your spine.
Okay. All right.
With the seals, They are connected on a golden rod, and there are 7 seals, but they are a book. And just like the human body, essentially, it's kind of like a book where if you learn how the human body functions, if you learn the systems of the human body, then you start to better understand what these energy centers are there for, what they can tend to influence, how they can tend to manifest themselves in our body as when things are neutral, underactive, overreactive, or just charged. Say that.
And before it ends, I'll run through the 7 real quick so people can get a better idea. I'll run through the 7. We have starting, if you're sitting in the Pickett style, right? And you got the base of your spine. The base of your spine will start your root chakra. That one is usually showing up in the color red. Then you have your sacral, which is just a step up further, which is where your genitals and everything is. That's your sacral energy or chakra. That one governs our sexual well-being. Then we have our solar plexus, which sits in the stomach, which is our willpower. That one, also sacral shows up as orange. This one that I'm on now is yellow, which is your solar and your stomach area. Then you go up a step further, you have your heart area, which shows up green. Then you have your throat chakra, which is here, this area. This is blue. Then you have your third eye, which we all kind of are familiar with that area here. And that's the chakra for the third eye right here. That one is it purple?
Like a violet.
Violet. Then you have your crown chakra. And that one is
Purple.
Roy
G. Biv, all the colors in the rainbow, the chakra system goes up in that direct order.
Okay.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, purple. And it's basically a blueprint. The chakra systems are a blueprint to essentially stepping into your higher self, because each chakra, we're supposed to automatically go through a particular chakra at a certain age of our life. So our root chakra is the first 0 to 7 years of our life. We're in our survival stage. We're just learning the dynamics of this life, this world, this frequency, how things in this world operate. We learn our family. Then once we get to about between 8 to about 13, we're going through that the sacral area, where now we're going through puberty. We're understanding our bodies, our genders, our sexual organs. We're understanding those types of things. So then by the time we're in our teens, going into our 20s, we should be theoretically going into our solar plexus and stepping into our willpower. Wait, just go after I'm done, right? So a lot of people in our community, you see a lot of people kind of stuck in between the first 2 chakras. They can't, like you said, some people feel like they don't have time. There's no willpower to control your life and your time. So this is just speaking back to how these chakras we are supposed to evolve with them at a certain time. So going on and completing the rest of them, you have your heart chakra. That should be about the time we in our 20s, mid-20s to our 30s. We're coming into a different consciousness. We're looking at things different. We're now more aware than when we were younger. And then we get into the throat. So now we at that point, we speaking up for ourselves. We coming into the community more. We helping out. We trying to make a change in the world. And then you get your foresight with your third eye, and you become an adult. So again, that was just a blueprint to say how the chakra system is used to basically step into your higher self.
All right. So now, again, because I said my show is the little brother show, all the Our Black Media shows. So, Sister Zuri, you got 1 minute to get out what you need to say, and then we're gonna be closed out because they're gonna try to shut us down.
Okay.
All right. I'll just let you know that.
Yep. I was just only gonna add to what he was saying is that when he was going through them lower chakras, like the root, and then our sacral and solar, and that's supposed to be something that's manageable in our younger ages, and we're growing into it and healing and all that stuff. Well, a lot of us didn't, because of the traumas we were brought into, we didn't get to heal a lot of those grounding energies that starts at the root of the chakra base. So when I would do my singing bowl sessions for people, when I'll go to spin the red bowl, which is the root bowl, and it will start to wake up an energy within people, especially the sexual centers, because it's been a lot of trauma with us in our childhood, sexuality, and grounding ourselves in that area. We just moved on because we grew up, quote unquote. But when I go to play those bowls, that's when I get the tears and the releasing, and okay, it was some stagnant energy in these areas, and it was like that for a lot of us, especially if I skip right to the heart. You can kind of feel the other areas, like, oh, I got some forgiveness to do, I got some things to heal, I got some, because that heart will open you up.
All right. So what's going on? We're gonna close out right now because they're gonna try to shut us down. This is gonna run tell that with Sister Zuri and Brother Abioye. So we want people to know, how can they get in touch with you, all with regard to getting your services? Go ahead and give it out to them.
Yes, and again, it is Zuri Sanaa _ASE. Actually, I'm gonna spell it all over again. ZURISANAA _ASE on Instagram.
All right.
My Instagram, I believe, is Abioye Phoenix, ABIOYE PHOENIX. And my website is transcendentalhealingspa.abmp.com. That's TRANSCENDENTALHEALINGSPA.abmp.com.
All right. We're glad to have you all with us. And they are able to do mobile services. Check them out. And so I would ask them the question about the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. But again, I know our time's running down. They had already said it to me. They know it's Herschel V. Jenkins High School, Heaven V. Jenkins High School. Bam, Warriors in the house. They understand that. They represent that red, black, and silver right there. 1800 Eastern Rand Avenue. Glad to have y'all with us. We'll have y'all back
Thank
on
you.
again. And
Appreciate you.
everybody checking out the show. They'll be back, and you'll be back. Glad to have y'all. Check out the rest of the shows on Our Black Media. The round's about to come on. Glad to have y'all. Say peace and blessings.
Peace,
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you.
I like that.